Alright, update on Spell Token. So this is really a quick update to let you know that these 4-hourly EMA ribbons have recently just fired a short, meaning that we have flipped bearish in terms of the 4-hourly momentum indicators. Now, we came back into this EMA ribbon a few times now, and we're really having a hard time getting above it. So if we look at what's going on the 4-hourly squeeze mom, you can see the bearish momentum reset, meaning that we have lots of momentum to head in either direction. And once we picked a direction, the squeeze mom looks like it wanted to head to the downside again. So in my opinion, we are getting ready for a bearish move to the downside. We are setting up, while these aren't M patterns, we are Ming out. We've got these M's. You can see Ming out. We're really not looking too good in my opinion. And even in the short term, you can see we've got another. This is actually an M pattern, but, you know, once again, we're Ming out of this. And we're losing all bullish momentum right now. So we have fired a short on the 4-hourly EMA ribbons. 4-hourly squeeze mom is heading very sharply to the downside. And while we're not seeing much volume coming in, I do think once this switches bearish on the daily, we will see a plethora of volume coming in from people looking to jump out of Spell Token. Now, if we look at what's going on the daily, I've been highlighting, this was your #1 important region to break. I told you I'm not getting macro bullish for Spell until we do hop over this 0.006 region, and it's a good reason we waited for that to break, because we came right into it and that was a strong area of resistance and we just completely landslided. So Spell really has a decision to make at some point soon. Now, giving it the benefit of the doubt, in the short term, the uptrend isn't invalidated until, in my opinion, we take out both the 786 Fibonacci, ranging at around about 4.6, but also this short-term moving average on Spell Token on the daily EMA ribbons, and this is coming down at, once again, 465. So really this 4.6 region, this really needs to hold. If we start pushing below 4.6, then I really have to assume that the uptrend is completely invalidated. And I mean, we can draw this from low to high, and, you know, best case scenario, I think this 618. So, I mean, we can pull this down, so we've still got the 618 encompassing this. If we lose 4.5, then I think we really would be coming down. I wouldn't be focusing too much on the 618, because I don't think that this uptrend would hold if we start taking out these short-term moving averages, because it would mean on the 4-hour that momentum is just continuing to pick up, and we'd be miles away from our moving averages. The squeeze momentum would be heading very much to the downside. And on the daily, you know, we probably would have lost the 4.5 cent at which point. So I really have to, I mean, my gut feeling is telling me that we're heading down. On the daily squeeze mom rather, we are heading into dark green, and previously when we have entered dark green, it is always a sign that we are about to enter a mass bear phase. And previously we had one huge bearish momentum phase. We had this other huge bearish momentum phase reset and then continued with bearish momentum. So I really don't think it's good that we're heading into dark green. I think in the next couple of days, if we haven't had a strong impulse from 4.5 cent, then I will have to switch bearish, and I would assume that the breakdown from the 618 down to at least the 786, I mean, this is only a 12% move. Maybe it's more likely to consider that we'd be sweeping the lows, which is a 27% move. Now, on the daily, we really haven't even switched bearish yet, so if we don't turn around soon, then the bearish momentum indicator, or sorry, the squeeze momentum indicator is going to flip bearish on the daily, and I think this will give us enough momentum to move down potentially 25%. So keep your eyes on 4.5 cent. As long as we don't break below 4.5, then, you know, technically this is still bullish, but I'm really not liking the setup of this. I'm really not liking how the 4-hour has switched bearish. I'm not liking how the bearish momentum has subsided, reset, and started to head back down. I think we're just waiting on volume to be the nail in the coffin on this. We're really not seeing much volume coming in. But the reason why I think we could potentially see bearish volume coming in is if we come over to Bitcoin. I've been highlighting this in my videos. 42.5 is a strong area of support slash resistance, and also these EMA ribbons on the daily for Bitcoin, they have started to head down. We really need to start breaking above 43,000. Otherwise, in my opinion, Bitcoin could be setting up for a quick flush out slash fake out all the way down to 40,000. And that is a 7% drop for Bitcoin. You can also see the bearish momentum on the squeeze mom has started to pick up today, turning into light green. This is really not looking good. I think Bitcoin could be getting ready for a flush out to the downside. And in my opinion, I think it's too conservative to say that Bitcoin could be setting up a 7.5% drop and Spell would only be coming down to, what is this, 786? So I find it unlikely Bitcoin's going to move down 7% when it's, you know, got billions and billions in market cap, and, you know, Spell token, which is only roughly 350 or 400 million, would only move down 17%. I think that's a little bit of copium, and, you know, my gut feeling is really telling me the breakdown of 4.5 cent would be a nice trade for us to move down 27% to sweep the lows. But I mean, like I'm saying, everything tied together, bearish momentum is starting to pick up on Bitcoin. Bearish momentum on the 4 hourly for Spell is really heading down strong now. We fired a short signal on the 4 hourly EMAs. So unless we start taking out these EMA ribbons and firing back bullish, we need to break above 0.005. Otherwise, these are just going to keep converging. We're going to keep putting in lower highs, and then I'd have to assume that 4.5 cent is your last line in the sand. If we break below that, a move down to 3.2 is very likely, in my opinion. So that is really all I see for Spell. Honestly, it's not looking too good right now. I was telling you that for me to be macro bullish, I'd need to see a break above the 0.006. Nothing's changed in that regard. If we have a strong reversal out of absolutely nowhere, and in the next couple of days Bitcoin has a huge reversal, Spell token breaks above 0.006, then sure, I'd be looking to enter a trade, because I think the risk adjusted returns, once we break this level, is very nice. We'd have a 90% trade up to the first 236 Fibonacci. A 90% trade, that's a very good risk to reward ratio in my opinion, but we do need to break this region. We do need to put a daily close and a back test above it before I consider trading. And all in all, until that happens, I'm still just going to be looking out for lower price targets for Spell token, because in my opinion, whether you're a long-term bull, a short-term bear, a trader like me, you know, nonetheless, you can't ignore the fact that we're in a lower high, lower low trajectory. And, you know, I'm not, you know, gonna talk about whether I believe in Spell in the long term. I don't really think it's valid for this short-term analysis video, but nonetheless, this is the region we need to break. You know, even if I was invested in Spell, which I'm currently not, I'd need to see this break before I could turn bullish. I mean, this is my unbiased perspective. Like I said, I don't hold Spell. I'm not in a trade for Spell. So whether it goes up or down doesn't matter to me at all. Nonetheless, this is just my analysis. This is what I see in the market. This region needs to break 0.006. Once that breaks, I can flip bullish. Until that happens, all I see is lower highs and lower lows, and I have to assume that, you know, a 31% drop from where we are now is on the table if we don't start turning around from 4.5 cents. So keep your eyes on 4.5 cent. If you're watching this and we're putting in 4 hourly and daily closes below the 4.5, or it's 0.0045, I keep saying 4.5 cent, but 0.045 cent, then I'd have to assume breakdown of 4.5, you know, I'd have to assume that we're going to come and sweep the lows. So that is all I see for Spell. As long as we stay above 4.5, we're still bullish, but my gut feeling is telling me Bitcoin could be having a fake out to the downside. Could that bring Spell down? Yes, in my opinion. Let me know what you think below. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.